Now, this is the second significant fire to flare up in this region in just the last few weeks, and it's putting many people who live in the area on edge. For more on that, we are joined by the Mayor of Port Alberni, Sharie Minions. Mayor Minions, thank you for taking the time today.
Happy to be here.
So let's start with the very latest, the Mount Underwood fire, and the impact it's having on communities like Banfield and the Nitnat area. So what's your communication like with people who are living there?
I'm a part of the Alberni Clayoquot Regional District Board, but the official response, of course, is led by them. That said, we've been trying to keep in contact as much as possible, and myself and Chair John Jack from the Regional District, who represents Huu-ay-aht First Nation as well, out in the Anakala and Banfield area, have been communicating daily. I think especially with the road right now, we want to keep everybody out of that area. We want to make sure that resources are always conserved and that we're not putting more pressure on an area that's already undergoing a struggle.
Yeah. Okay. So the BC wildfire update, we just heard the latest update. They say some of the major areas like Port Alberni are not under threat from this blaze right now. But when you think of the speed of this fire and just how hot it is right now, where is your level of concern?
Well, I think that we never want people to panic, and at this point in Port Alberni, there certainly isn't a reason to. But it's hard to feel extremely calm looking outside and seeing the massive plumes of smoke showing over our community. Really, no matter where you look. I think that this is a fire that has caused a lot more fear and anxiety than previous fires we've had, and for good reason. It is extremely concerning. At this point, we're really comforted that Port Alberni and the Alberni Valley are not in any kind of immediate danger, but it's a really good reminder that we always need to be prepared. We need to have, grab bags ready. We need to follow local alert systems, sign up for our Voyant alerts, just to upload. That's our emergency notifications system, and it's extremely important that we have the ability to get in touch with people in a situation like this should we need to.
And just from a city standpoint, what sort of plans are in place if that fire does come barreling down, and how quickly can those plans be put in place?
Yeah, well, one nice thing about Port Alberni and the Alberni Valley is we are emergency ready and aware. We practice these situations. We've had tsunami drills, we've had tsunami warnings, we've had other forest fires in our area. So this is, I would say, kind of a specialty for our area. We have excellent staff, already staffed at the Emergency Operations Center, updating the community on a very regular basis and ready to implement those plans should we need to. We obviously hope it never gets to that point, but I would say that our community is absolutely ready to step in if we need to and, go through that system. You
not only are the mayor of this community, you also live in this community. So just where is your level of concern right now and how are you doing?
Well, I can't go out the front or back of my house without seeing the giant plumes of smoke. Wow. So I get the discomfort that everyone is having. Some of the images coming out of this fire, like being posted on community members' social media pages, are extremely concerning. I think this is a really scary reminder of how at risk not just our community is, but all of our communities as these forest fires continue to get worse and worse and worse. So my heart goes out to all of the other communities in BC and across Canada who are dealing with this type of thing. I think we are going to be just fine in Port Alberni. I have a lot of confidence in our team and our community to pull together. But it's a scary situation, and I think everyone in the community is feeling that right now.
Well, we are certainly thinking of you and the entire region right now. Port Alberni Mayor Sharie Minions, thank you very much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.